For more on the topic, we are now being joined by Alexei Melnik, co-director of Foreign Relations and International Security Programs at the Razumkov Center in Kyiv. Thank you so much for joining us on WION. What is the mood in Kyiv as we speak, less than 24 hours after that conversation between President Trump and Vladimir Putin?
Thank you for having me. In general, there will be no immediate effect on the public mood because nothing unexpected came from the latest phone call. And the situation is still actually unchanged because what Putin says, yes, but actually means no. And that's what we saw last night.
And the Kremlin, for its part, is accusing Ukraine and Kyiv of countering U.S.-Russia efforts to end the conflict. How is Ukraine responding to that?
Nothing new. There are always accusations of Ukraine violating ceasefire, and we've been through this experience from 2014 to 2022, where Russia denied even its involvement at all in the war. And now they are talking about American-Russian agreements. It actually means that there is a bilateral agreement without a consent from Ukraine. And Ukrainian initiative about maritime and air ceasefire was actually rejected. And now what we see what actually was going to happen.
President Zelensky says that he's expected to speak with our president, President Trump. What do you expect from these conversations? And do we know what President Zelensky is going to be requesting or warning of when he talks to President Trump?
It will depend whether President Trump is going to listen to President Zelensky this time, because we remember this scandalous meeting on the 28th of February, when President Zelensky tried to explain to both the U.S. president and his vice president why Russia cannot be trusted and what kind of preconditions should be taken into account before any agreement with Russia to be made. And this time, if President Trump got a lesson from his conversation with Putin, he would maybe listen to President Zelensky and change his mind, but I'm not sure.
And when you talk about change his mind, is it other requests that Ukraine has, or is it about this 30-day ceasefire?
Well, Ukraine, if you talk about the ceasefire, it should be unconditional. And what we see that President Putin is trying to attach a number of conditions which are, in fact, demands for Ukraine's capitulation. And as long as President Putin is allowed to play this game, no ceasefire is going to take place. And another big issue is how to implement, how to monitor the ceasefire. And we don't see any reliable mechanism so far how to enforce the ceasefire.
Okay, well, we'll also be watching very closely. Thank you so much for all of that insight, the updates, and the analysis. Alexei Melnik, I look forward to speaking to you again soon on WION.
My pleasure.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.